But hey, look, I'm just full of hatred. We're just full of hatred, and we hate these franchises, and we just make money off you guys by saying horrible things about them. No, the reason why we I think are all here, are all brought together in the, whatever you want to call us, the fellowship, some sort of community. I don't know what you want to call us. It's the fact that we've all been brought here by our love of what these franchises were, our love of what these franchises represented and meant and mean to us, because they still mean so much to us. And I think that's such an important element. Is we're not brought together by hatred. We're not brought together by let's tear it down. Quite the opposite. We're brought together by the people who want to tear it down. We're brought together by the people who have usurped these franchises and turned them into hateful, spiteful, deconstructed, nihilistic components. And this is why on Friday Night Tights, and this goes against what some other people, some of my other fellow streamers would say, but I say we have to fight for them. I say we have to fight for these franchises, and we have to make sure that they don't take away what we've loved. We have to make sure that they don't taint the memories of these amazing shows, because if you allow that, then it is lost. It is lost, and it will forever be lost to you. So I refuse to, and it has been difficult. From particularly with like stuff. I love Doctor Who so much. It's not just because I'm a Brit and it's part of like British culture, really. But I remember watching bloody Tom Baker as the Doctor, and just being mesmerized by this larger than life man who just felt like a giant on the screen and felt at the same time so alien to me as well, and just being in awe of the show and him, and these are very early memories of my life, for me, of my life. And just because somebody else wants to, okay, let's put it this way. It takes a very damaged and bitter and hateful and spiteful and envious person to want to taint your memories of something that's great. And so when you look at the characteristics of those people, when you look at the characteristics of what they bring, hate, spite, envy, jealousy, or they're all major negative emotions. And if you submit, if you fall into their trap, then you too will be consumed by those negative emotions. And the thing that you love, you will start to hate. And the thing that you love, you will begin to tear apart. We're recently seeing it, of course, with the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings, the way, the nature in which the show has been constructed. It's not in good faith. It was never in good faith. And I've just realized, Ian, I've missed your big super chat. Well, 2 now. I'm going to get to it. I'm so sorry. With the Rings of Power, and they have been exposed. They were the fake people who came to praise the trailer. They were exposed. They took multiple takes about what they were saying. It looks like it was highly produced. And by that, I mean scripted as well. Am I going to let Rings of Power and everything that's the tornado that's been going around, am I going to let the Rings of Power affect the way that I think of Lord of the Rings? Not in the slightest. Not even in the slightest, because you saw recently, Critical Drinker was very kind enough to invite myself, Gary, onto his channel to discuss Two Towers and then discuss Return of the King. And those streams were just gushing. They were just gushing, nothing but love. And the people in the chat were just reliving their Lord of the Rings moments, reliving the films, reliving their love of Tolkien, reliving their books, the reading of the books, reliving the Silmarillion. And that's who we are. That's who we are as a group, as a community, as a fellowship. That's who we are. We are people who love. We are people who appreciate. We are people who've been brought together by positive emotions, by positive elements of all these incredible franchises, whether it be Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, bloody Harry Potter, whatever it may be. We've been brought together by love and appreciation of these. And that's what we need to hold on to. Let the people who call us ists and phobes and haters and all this kind of stuff, let them scream and shout until they're hoarse, because they are projecting. That's all it is, and that's all it ever will be. They're projecting because they are so fearful that their deconstruction, their nihilism is being challenged. Their hatred, their jealousy, their envy is being defeated by love and compassion that we have for these franchises. It's us that is shining a light upon them. That is what we are doing. And it's their darkness and their holes that they're scurrying and squirreling away in. Because they know exactly why these shows are being made. They know exactly the intent in which they're being made. And it goes against everything that all of these authors and creators have ever stood for. There we go.